A severe storm has been sweeping across the Emilia-Romagna region since midday, with an orange warning still in effect. The deterioration will be rapid and severe, predicts Emilia-Romagna Meteo. Heavy rain and strong winds have hit the region, with one fatality reported in Modena. Damage has been reported, and hundreds of calls to the fire brigade have been received throughout Emilia-Romagna, particularly in Bologna, Modena, Reggio Emilia, and Ferrara. More than 70 municipal emergency response units are in operation. The storm front then passed through the Reggio Emilia and Modena regions with wind gusts of around 80 to 90 kilometers per hour. The storm then hit Ferrara and Bologna heavily, eventually reaching Romagna. Due to poor visibility, the bad weather is suspected to be one of the causes of a fatal accident in Bomporto, Modena, which coincided with the storm's arrival. A 68-year-old man lost his life in a two-car collision on Via per Bastiglia. The other driver, a 78-year-old man, suffered minor injuries.
No!
Tous les tuyaux.
Wow. Moi, ça m'a tapé dans le cul, je crois.
The powerful storm came suddenly as France was experiencing a heat wave. Although no departments are currently on red alert, much of the country remains on orange alert. A severe hailstorm hit several regions. Charente-Maritime, Ardèche, and Côte-d'Or, among others, experienced large hailstones throughout the day on Wednesday, July the 15th. In Charente-Maritime, several towns were hit by hail overnight from Tuesday to Wednesday, EC reported on its website. Roofs of buildings, cars, and vineyards were also largely destroyed by the storm. About 15 hectares were affected, including 7 or 8 hectares with at least 50% damage, or even more. The Ardèche region experienced a severe thunderstorm this afternoon, with heavy rain, strong lightning, strong winds, and hailstones exceeding 5 centimeters in diameter in some areas, according to the prefecture.
Grosse rafale descendante là.
More than 200 emergency calls were received and 600 homes experienced power outages. In Dijon, Côte-d'Or, hail surprised residents late in the day. I saw a strong wind blowing, then a dull thud before the first white hail fell. The hail became so heavy that I had to immediately lower the curtains, said one resident. She said some of the hailstones were the size of ping pong balls. A powerful storm hit southern Germany on Tuesday night. The cities of Nuremberg, Fürth, and Erlangen, as well as the districts of Nürnberger Land and Erlangen-Höchstadt, were particularly affected by the extreme weather. The heavy rain resulted in 3,000 calls to the Nuremberg Fire Brigade's Integrated Control Center in 5 hours, more than ever before.
Da müssen wir rein unbedingt.
Officers had to be called back from their night shifts to handle the influx of calls. Of the more than 3,000 emergency calls, around 1,000 resulted in the deployment of firefighters in Nuremberg. Even late into the night, firefighters were still working at their limit. Around 200 incidents remained unresolved at that point.
Boah, ist das der Stream?
Ja. Oh, ich kann da mehr.
Alter, ist das kalt, Junge.
Overall, the main focus of operations was on fallen trees, flooded basements, flooded roads and sidewalks, and damaged or detached roofs, explained the Nuremberg Fire Department. However, the numerous fire alarms triggered by the storm also kept emergency services busy. In addition, emergency services were called to several storm-related traffic accidents. A powerful storm hit Switzerland on Tuesday afternoon, with central Switzerland particularly affected. Heavy rain, strong winds, and hail caused chaos. Trees were uprooted, roads flooded, and cars damaged. The canton of Lucerne was the worst affected. Between 4:20 p.m. and 8:25 p.m., police received more than 60 emergency calls due to thunderstorms, according to Lucerne Cantonal Police. Several fire departments in various municipalities were deployed for several hours. In Neunkirch, Lucerne, a vendor was hit by flying metal debris and suffered minor injuries. Tuesday's storm had not yet fully subsided as another storm threatened Wednesday. After grueling operations in Carinthia, Styria, and Lower Austria, meteorologists again warned of heavy rain, strong winds, and hail in those regions. The impact of yesterday's severe weather was felt in several Austrian states. In Carinthia, firefighters continued to work due to flooded roads, fallen trees, and localized power outages. Lightning strikes, landslides, and basement flooding also led to numerous emergency calls in Styria. The storm caused significant damage in Salzburg, and falling ice caused chaos in the industrial areas in the afternoon. The A2 motorway was briefly flooded, and lightning strikes caused power outages in tunnels along the A10 motorway. In the district of Wiener Neustadt, firefighters had to respond to around 65 incidents by late evening. This scenario is likely to repeat itself on Wednesday. According to the UBI-Met Extreme Weather Center, low pressure in the upper atmosphere in Germany, combined with hot and humid air, has caused several severe thunderstorms.